I would trade my ex for meeting Chris Brown 100 more times. So definitely really, really worth it.
And I read that this guy broke up with his girl. You called his girl up on stage and gave the young lady a lap dance, and he broke up with her. Bro, how you do that?
Man, see, it wasn't intentional.
What do you think was gonna happen?
See, I didn't know she had a guy.
That's her fault, because she knows she had a guy.
She should have said it. She definitely should have said it.
Mm-hmm.
My dancers pull up a girl on stage during our set, and we usually like to give the fans an opportunity, but sometimes it's very, very, very attractive women come on stage. So I'm like, okay, cool. So me grinding on them, they don't really have a problem with it. It's just, I guess she had a man there.
Right.
So, but I didn't know. I didn't find out till afterwards. I was like, man, we should have just. Do we send him flowers or send her flowers?
Nah, she should have stopped this without. She should have said, nah.
I don't know if anything speaks more to the growing norm of how difficult modern dating has become than the fact that celebrities are literally out here on a periodic basis breaking up couples.
This is from Columbus.
Oh, Columbus.
Yep. Literally after my picture went viral.
For guys that are Gen X and a bit younger, we have no choice but to see the world as it is. And what many young guys are seeing is that there simply are a group of men that women will pay to be in the presence of. And they would like to keep those options open for as long as possible, not even for the opportunity for a relationship with Chris Brown, just to be in his presence. And the idea of a boyfriend having an issue with that is a deal breaker.
Fellas, it's war.
The males have started saying drizzle drizzle, like sprinkle sprinkle. It's a new generation of men are so feminine. Drizzle drizzle. I thought they were talking about Drake. It doesn't stick as good as sprinkle sprinkle.
Oh, yes, they do.
It's hard to believe that the drizzle drizzle movement is all of 2 to 3 months old, but it's a response to men in a modernized dating market realizing that for some men, women will pay. And so if you're paying her to be traditional when she will actually pay another man to be in his presence, you're not dealing with a traditional woman in a traditional setting. So you have to change the rules. And no, it's not a traditional setting anymore.
Most men who are married gave in to a demand. There's not a lot of men out here proposing to women because they know better. They know they a demon.
Literally after my picture went viral, my boyfriend broke up with me about a week later after arguing.
But they give in to the demon because the weakness inside of you don't want nobody else your demonic being.
Because he felt like Chris was too close on me. I'm just like, it's one of the most respectable pictures. It looked like I was bending over grabbing my ankles.
Marriage in America, this ain't no happy.
I would trade my ex for meeting Chris Brown 100 more times. So definitely really, really worth it.
Of course, there's very rare couples that get along, but it's very, very rare.
A reality that many young men are realizing in today's modern dating environment is that the dream of many young women is not marriage with a regular guy. It is to pay for the opportunity to be on stage with a guy like Chris Brown. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're the guy who's going to put your financial well-being and your future on the line trying to be traditional, you are probably going to meet an end that's going to hurt very much financially. And what guys are understanding now is that traditional dating is for traditional young ladies. And modern dating is for modern young ladies.
Like you got a fresh cut, you look dark skinned, okay. Let me get to find out who this is.
I just want me a regular, nice, wholesome, got a nice career, not a whole bunch of emotional baggage, none of that nonsense. It's a nice lady that want to have a nice time. I like to travel, go out of town. I got my passport, my credit score 750.
And I want y'all to understand what Ebony K. Williams did in this very public display. She threw the gauntlet down.
I'll make 6 figures, so I mean, y'all looking for a man to make 6 figures, that ain't me. I think last year I made like 77 on paper. I make side money though, but
that's a good living.
77. Yeah, it is what it is.
She has given women a pass. Okay, she has given women a pass to tell men, F what you're talking about. I don't have to meet your standards.
Do she gotta make a certain amount of money?
Yeah.
How much he gotta make?
I mean, if you live around here, depending on how many kids you got, I'm gonna say 60 plus.
I don't have to be likable by you. I don't have to be attractive. I don't have to be appealing.
Make at least 60K.
I mean, that ain't too hard to ask for. I like to do shit, so like, if you ain't got no money to add to the pot, or if you can't pay for shit sometimes, then I don't know.
Ooh, now,
Cause,
what do you want to pay for? You know, when women here pay for shit, they don't like that.
I know, that's what I'm saying. They don't like that, but they make money too.
I'll just use science and step right over what you men think I qualify for. Forget whether you think I'm too mean. Forget whether you think I'm too materialistic. Forget whether you think I'm too consumeristic. Forget whether you think I'm too shrewd. Forget whether you think I'm too snarky, too condescending. Forget whether you don't find me attractive enough.
You're gonna pay 100% of everything alone, but you're not gonna pay nothing when you get a dude. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm gonna leave people that think like that over there. But the ladies that don't mind swiping at American Express, they don't mind swiping at Wells Fargo, that MasterCard, they don't mind pulling out the hundreds.
Forget all of that. I'll just use science and skip right over whether you feel I qualify for you or not. And if too many men that I find appealing don't find me appealing, I would like to introduce you to the beauty of modern science. Modern science allows for me to tell you, F you, middle finger, F your couch.
When I make this video, they're gonna feel like, oh, you want a woman to take care of you, or you want a sugar mama.
No, I don't want no sugar mama. I said 30 to 40. I don't want no sugar mama. I don't need you to be no sugar mama, but I need you to have your own money. Straight up. I mean, the women that I've been with, they had their own money. So one of these women running around here saying, he better do this, he better do all that. If you're not making no moves in the world, of course you're going to look for a man to do this and that for you.
I would trade my ex for meeting Chris Brown 100 more times. So definitely really, really right there.
I'm not one to condone usage of words like beast to refer to people of the opposite sex, but I will admit that there is a level of emotionality that comes with mourning your idea of something not being relevant anymore. When you mourn romantic relationships, the idea that you're going to find someone that's going to love you for who you are, there's something that you lose, and you have to mourn that, and everyone mourns it in their own way. But what men of today have come to understand, or are coming to understand, is that if there's a young lady who worked to go to college and she has a good job and she gets her hand on $1,000 some odd dollars, and she's willing to give that money to a man just so he takes a picture with her, then you're not dealing with romantic traditional relationships. You're dealing with something else. And you would look like an idiot trying to, in that kind of environment, foster an emotional relationship that is traditional, because you're not in a traditional setting. A traditional woman is not going to go to work, take the money she earned, and give it to someone that's not her husband for a photo opportunity. And what more and more men are coming to understand is that you have to use modern rules for modern women. And in the event that you find a traditional woman, then you could roll the rules back. But what you cannot do is have traditional rules for modern women, because that ends up in a place where many men are financially broken, emotionally hurt, and trying to rebuild their idea of relationships in some kind of way that, quite frankly, a lot of men in the West and growing numbers of men around the world are having trouble doing. Just a sign of the times. New times, new rules. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. Catch you in the next video. Take care, guys.